As I say, we will keep an eye on things and make sure that everything stays stable in that respect. Anyway, so NightEnd's adding on 6 more gateways. Absolutely standard for 3 bases there.
Yeah, I mean, he's just ramping up his production now.
Yeah.
He hasn't taken the gases yet, as he doesn't need to, obviously. He wants to build the gateways. 6 gateways are pretty expensive, so he will be taking the gas very, very shortly, though. He needs to continue with upgrades and so on. And it looks like he's now stopped Colossus production. I don't know if that's for forever, for the rest of the game, or not. By looks of it, it does. So that means he's going to be, once he takes the gases, adding a Templar Archives down, starting getting Archons and Storm out as well. But right now we have a nice amount of Vikings. Currently at 9, he's going up to... Well, he's actually stopped at 9, so he's stopped at 9. He should be wanting to produce some more Medivacs, because he only has 2. It's very, very little at this current point in time. But ThorZaIN is setting up this contain right now with bunkers, and that may be difficult for NightEnd to break. We'll have to see how fortified that area actually gets.
Yep, could be tricky. And, oh, that Sacrificial Marine is very useful because it's just spotted the size of the Death Ball. Scan goes in to confirm the remainder of the unit, and ThorZaIN knows what he's going up against. And he's got a lot of Marauders. He can't fit all that many Marauders in there. Oh, that's 6 bunkers, Apollo. That's a lot of bunkers.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This is going to see how strong this area gets, because basically the bunkers are going to nullify all the Zealots. The Zealots are going to become useless because they can't do what they're meant to be doing with Zealot Charge. So this is going to get a really awkward position. And also, think about all the units that are going to get filtered in between bunkers that are going to maximize the Ghost EMPs as well. So this is getting an awkward situation now. And the thing is, NightEnd has no idea about it until a single Zealot walks out and is like, oh, 6. Oh, no, that's not good. And now he has to go before that gets even harder, man.
Yeah, this is actually the point where I'd love to see ThorZaIN actually go Neo-Steel. Because think about that. Think an extra Marauder in every one of those bunkers. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. We'll have to see, will he be able to crack it, man? Yeah,
will he be able to crack it? And that is a tough nut to crack, no doubt. NightEnd will be looking to get a maximum Death Ball before he even considers doing this. I think he might even wait for Zealot Charge by the looks of it.
Yeah, he's definitely got to wait for Zealot Charge. Otherwise, the Zealots are just going to be in slow motion running there. And at least they can get a head start with Zealot Charge. He may try to wait for 3-3, but this is such a risky maneuver trying to use the Colossus to do that. Oh, look at that. 1 volley, 2 volleys.
Oh, it's so close to dying as well. NightEnd's, I mean, we all know about NightEnd's Colossus control. His engagements are always really great, as we saw in DreamHack, even against Puma. And he was able to get out of there with 6 HP remaining. But ThorZaIN's Viking count has just gone to ridiculous levels. He's on 14. He's already got +1. He's working on +2. His upgrades are insane. He's working on +3, +2, and their +2.
He's on 4 bases, man. He's got the 4th base gases. He can spend his money like that. And the thing is, the longer this goes on, the harder it gets for NightEnd, because the money is just going in favor of ThorZaIN. He can add on 1,000,000 barracks right now and just consistently max out to 200, whereas NightEnd's just going to be worn down and down and down because he can't expand. We do have the Templar Archives coming in and 8 more gateways. Jesus, that's a lot. And he has to try to break this soon. It looks like he's going to wait for 3-3 though, but is that too long?
That is a good question. I have to wonder. I mean, it will give him the edge, certainly. The Terran infantry weapon upgrade will not be done by the time the Protoss ground upgrade is done. And so he will get an edge there, but it's still a hard sell. I mean, running into that is going to be nightmarish. And I have to wonder if he's really got the right composition. What is the right composition for running into a maxed out Bioforce in 6 bunkers?
It just has to be like a Zealots, I guess. I mean, because Stalkers are going to get eaten alive easily. Sentries are going to help with Guardian Shields, but nothing else. And it just has to be Zealots and Colossus. He just has to try to bust through with pure strength, which is what Zealots are going to provide you. Archons are also going to aid to that as well, so he is warping in some and probably just going to go straight to Archons with these High Templars. You know, Storm's not really going to help out too much with all these bunkers around. So, and there's even a command center being built in there for a planetary fortress.
This is
ThorZaIN!
ThorZaIN in the center, man. This is crazy stuff. But that command center is not going to be done by the time this strikes. Guardian Shields up 5 Colossus, and here comes the engagement of the Century in match 1. Zealots charging forward as rapidly as they can to try and break through this bunker contain. 1 bunker falls. Colossus firepower coming in from the back right here. In comes the snipes, the EMPs, the Stalkers come in from the flank, working right there on the Viking count, and NightEnd trying to break his way through there, but the Colossus count is down right now. Stalkers remaining, Zealots cleaning up from the side. They get a charge flank right there on the Ghost. Ghost going down here as well, and it looks like NightEnd will break this contain.
And he may be able to just go with a counterattack. He has 2,000 minerals banked up. He has how many gateways? I don't even know.
5,000.
That's a 13 Zealots been warped in. Now this is when he has to go, because he doesn't have the economic advantage right now. He's behind in that regard, but he is most definitely ahead in army supply. 60 versus 42. In a few seconds, he can warp in another 10 to 13 zealots again. So he should definitely be looking for a counterattack before the upgrades, the army, the production kicks in once more for ThorZaIN.
Well, what a great start to this series. I can tell you that for a fact. That was a brilliant engagement, but here we go. NightEnD is had enough. He's going for it, and in the meantime, ThorZaIN brings the remainder of his forces around the side, goes for the stim, and now with a +3 upgrade, is punishing NightEnD as much as he can, and he holds the defense here on the 4th.
Very smartly morphing in more Archons, because there's no Ghosts, I don't think. He lost all the Ghosts. He has absolutely none. Archons will not die versus no Ghosts in this army. Trust me, man. It's difficult.
Yes.
It is difficult when you only have Zealots and Archons versus this army comp which ThorZaIN has without any Ghosts. And he's making full Vikings. So, oh, here comes NightEnD. Will he be able to smash through? He should be able to, but SCVs are going to tank some damage here as well.
Oh, that was a good bit of target fire as well. Archon's eliminated almost immediately. Needs to bring down the Zealots. That's a lot of rank firepower there from ThorZaIN. Zealots taking a pounding right there. ThorZaIN moves into a better position, but he has no answer to the Colossus at the back, which is reaping a terrible toll right now upon ThorZaIN's army, which is now melting down. GG, ladies and gentlemen. The first game in this series goes to NightEnD.
And would you believe that after that contain, NightEnD manages to stay calm, composed, and just smashes through, and he's banked up so many minerals that he can just reinforce with Zealots, and there was no answer from ThorZaIN because he didn't think that was going to be broken down for sure. And when that was down, the floodgates are open, man, and NightEnD came screaming through.
I tell you, man, Neo Steel Bunker, it's the way to go.
Look at the resource tab at the end of the game. You know, ThorZaIN's so far ahead. 5,000 resources more. It's a lot for that kind of length of game.
Yeah, but then, of course, you've got to consider the counterattack. We're coming in, and the nature of the production of the Terran versus the nature of Protoss production. Yeah. You're talking about the idea of a crazy warp-in, which is something you simply cannot do, of course, as a Terran, and then suddenly a counterattack can come that's much larger than you expect.
Yeah, and I don't even think the Planetary Fortress managed to get up in that fight. Imagine if that was there. That would have been crazy. That would have been probably locked down in game, to be honest, because I don't see a way that NightEnD can beat a Planetary Fortress in that mix as well, especially if he brought some SCVs up to help repair. That's something maybe he was missing from that, is just a few repairing kind of SCVs on auto-repair on some of the bunkers to kind of prolong the life of them. But to be honest, with that sheer amount of damage output coming from NightEnd's army, maybe it wouldn't have mattered for the bunkers, but probably would have helped the Planetary Fortress. But nevertheless, game 1 goes to the Romanian.
Impressive.
Wow.
Most impressive.
Wow.
That was a fantastic game to start this series.
Yeah.
Really good macro game, and some excellent action on Terminus right there. And Terminus always guarantees us one thing. As many people will say, it's quite a passive map. It does guarantee some damn large armies. And we're just waiting for ThorZaIN to choose his second map. It is a loser picks format right here with double vetoes, so it's a 3-map pool per best of 3. And we'll be right back very shortly after these messages.